I know it's just the hat and the glasses and the stubble, but I look so much like the chef from TikTok right now. Like spot on. It might be that I'm, 3 or 4 feet away from the camera and I can't really see, but I see it. And I usually don't like when people make comparisons to, people that I definitely don't look like. Like I get Seth Rogen a lot, which, all right, if my beard is a certain length and I have my glasses on, I guess. But people say like Bill Hader and Dwight from The Office. God, David Cross, of course. But I'm seeing chef reactions here quite a bit. So chef, what I don't know your real name. I'm just gonna call you chef. Chef, if you're watching, I apologize for making the comparison. If you don't appreciate my looks, but I see it, and for me to say something, that means that it's pretty strong. So chef reactions. Anyway, today's episode is gonna be I'm excited. I'm gonna say I'm excited about something that I plan on doing throughout the rest of the year, but it's also it might be a little sad for me. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Should be a pretty quick episode, as I've said every single episode, but it never is. But this one really is because I only have 1.5 batteries left because I couldn't find the third battery anywhere until I was setting up the camera, and then I saw it was underneath the camera. So I only have 1.5 left. So we gotta boom boom boom. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We love you so. Your human buddy Sam and his teddy friend. This is hello. The song's almost over. It's about to end. Let's start the show. Cahn Solo Podcast. Hey, welcome back. By the way, in case you're watching these episodes and you think I have terrible posture, which I do, I have to sit like slumped down because if I sit normal, I'm out of the frame, and so I slump down in my chair so that we get both Stu and I. And I don't know the solution to this. So, and my back is always killing me during filming and then after, obviously, because I have this like steel chair that it's driving into my spine. So yeah, whenever I look at myself, I'm like, God, I'm like sitting like this. Oh, but I have to. It's for Stu. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the solution. I think if I get I don't know, like, because the green screen is only so big, and we both have to be in the frame, and then this is the table that I have, and the camera, obviously. So it's like if I don't know. All right, to the point, Sam. I'm very excited about this year. I'm going to be assuming that I'm alive and I'm still running. I'm going to be passing the streak that I mentioned 10 episodes ago. I think it was like the 25th episode. Anyway, go watch it if you haven't and you want to be in on the loop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the 25th episode. It was titled 2,131 days running or something. So next year I'm going to hit that streak. I'm going to beat that streak on September 2nd, 2024. And a couple weeks ago, I decided I wanted to to make a video about it because it's been a it's been a long time coming. I've been working on this for what will be 12 years on and off, and my progress in the story itself is, I would say it's interesting, right? How many people do you know that have run 2,131 days in a row? So I'm going to do that, and the reason I'm excited is because it's going to give me the opportunity to get back into what I still am interested in, is filmmaking. And when I was a kid, I wanted to, you're a kid, you want to do all these different things, like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a baseball player, I'm going to be an astronaut. After I become a veterinarian. But I knew pretty early on that I I wanted to be a movie director, and I never did. I did. I didn't. That happens, right? I wanted to be a firefighter too at one point, like in fifth grade. And I think the next year is when I wanted to be the next Steven Spielberg. And I got really, oh God, that was like maybe a 5 year thing that I really wanted to do that. I thought that was what I was going to do with my life. And I kind of, I took a film class, a film class at community college to like see if I was gonna maybe want to go back into. It didn't happen, and so I'm excited about this because it's gonna give me the opportunity to do. I'm gonna go all out for this. It's gonna be like a full on documentary with me. Just I'm doing it all by myself. I don't have anyone to help me. So it's gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna be fun. And I I need to be careful with this microphone. It's been like really really sensitive. The little plug keeps popping out. Um, I've been going through the last couple of weeks. I've been going through a lot of like videos and pictures, and on my old laptop from like I got it in like 2008 and it's still kicking. So I have this whole like life on that computer, and maybe like once a year I'll start it up and kind of go through and look at the old stuff, my old life. And it's been depressing a little bit. It's bittersweet when you look at those old things, because you see your family, you see your life of what it used to be. And I had a great life, have a great life. And that's what makes the things kind of sad, is you see, Thanksgiving, and you remember when that picture was taken, and you remember like the atmosphere in our old house. And looking at the pictures now, it's like, man, he's dead. He's dead. She died. Him and her broke up. Oh, and I try not to look at the negative, because I see like my brothers and I and my mom, and I'm like, man, that's great that we're all still alive. And we have good relationships. And it's just it's going to be a lot for me, because I'm the hoarder, and I'm very I get these these nostalgia spurts. And I get kind of wrapped up in them sometimes. And I'll you can't go back, so there's no point in dwelling on it, but I do that anyway. So I've been doing that the past couple of weeks. And it's a kind of like for my dad. So I have to look at the old pictures of him and um, his running journey, and I'm excited about it. Ooh, I really am, and it's gonna be uh, mm, it might be the biggest thing that I've will ever do. So I want to do it right, and this journey that I've taken is, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna end or not. I want to make a movie about it, a documentary. So I got to figure out. I got to figure out the sound. I got to figure out, do I need a better camera? I got to figure out where to film this thing, how to film it. I think I'm gonna do. By the way, if you're listening to this, this is the only place that I'm gonna talk about this. So don't you feel special? I don't want to talk about this as I'm doing it. I think I just want to. I'm going to talk about it now, and that's going to be it. I want to like get this out, and then also I want to be able to like watch this in a year and be like, "Whoa, you just were talking about it like as before it even started." So, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to make it like hype it up or anything and put pressure on myself. I am going to do it. I'm not going to like not do it, but oh, it's gonna be a hell of a project, and I think that Baby Sam, who wanted to be a movie director, it's gonna be nice that I'm gonna be proud of myself. So that's always good, because I didn't stick with this thing, and being able to try making a long form movie um, is going to be part of the challenge. It's all going to be part of the challenge. And I think I want to do like a little bit at a time. I'm going to film in a couple of days because it will be the anniversary of it by next year. So I want to film on the 2nd, which is in 2 days. I'm going to film like the introduction and stuff. And, um, then maybe like a month later, kind of just, I want to do a little bit at a time so that it's not too overwhelming. And by the time that it's done, I'll be done. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about is what we're going to be doing for the next year in silence. And yeah, it made me think about like how much I used to want to do this. And it's really cool because I'm really excited about it, like how I used to be. And I know that sounds weird because like I make like short little videos and I do edit and I do write out little scripts and stuff, but um, I guess you could call it like filmmaking a little bit, but I didn't go the route that I thought I was gonna go, where I went to school and I was like my buddy Dan. Dan, if you're listening, what's up, bro? Um, Dan is he's I think it's called an AD, assistant director, but or he's just a director. He does a bunch of shit. He shot he did like a project about for Asics that I helped him out with. It was about the streak. It was a contest they did for Asics, talking about like inspirational people or whatever. And there was like an army vet, and there was a girl who lost her kid or so. Like there were all these like really amazing stories, and mine was about the streak. And at the time, I was on the first streak, since I've done 3 now. So that was the first streak, and I did like a short 3-minute interview, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to do this. I'm gonna be done one day. It's gonna be great." And then I broke my ankle, so that was fun. But anyway, yeah, I get to do that, and I just I've been thinking, like, I've just been on like nostalgia mode and thinking about all the like movies that I made growing up. And I think the first one that I that I like directed was Psycho in, I think it was 6th or 7th grade, and I played Norman Bates, and my buddy Evan played um, Marion. We did our version of it was that you couldn't see Evan's face at all. He had like a sun hat and like a dress, and I don't know if I think he like didn't talk at all. So the gag was that, mind you, this is 1998, okay? And we are 12 years old. Times have changed big time. And this would never happen today. Terrible. Just talking about it is like it's not good. Uh Evan was taking a shower. I go to stab him and I pull back the curtain, and the gag was that Evan was actually a guy. So I got spooked and I stumble back and I fall down some stairs, and I, Norman Bates, die, and not him. So ha ha ha, get it? Cuz I thought he was a girl, but he's a guy. Ha ha ha. So yeah, we did that. And it was really fun because we spent like, I think we spent like the whole day doing it, shooting it at my buddy Mike's house. And from there, we had a computer lab class, so we got to make movies and stuff. And I think that was when like iMovie first came out, and it was like groundbreaking technology. So that was a lot of fun, and we had we had another project about the it was about the Holocaust, and ah, I'm pretty sure that the VHS copy of this is destroyed, as it should be. Um, I don't even know how to set this up. So we had to do this project on the Holocaust, and we wrote this script about a Nazi, my friend Mike, who was the Nazi, and myself and Evan, who were the Jewish fellows, and we would interact with Mike. We would be like walking down the street, and he would yell, "Dirty Jew, I'm gonna get you!" Like, just, I don't know. He just was like yelling at us, and we were doing multiple takes, so he was really yelling this in the middle of the street in our neighborhood, and we had our neighbors come out and, you know, what you guys doing? And we tried to explain. We're like, yeah, we're doing it. It's a school project. So 12-year-old boy yelling "dirty Jew" multiple times to Evan and myself. And the story was that Evan, a Jew, was secretly like becoming a Nazi through Mike. And the story like kept going on to where finally Evan like betrayed me and shot me. It didn't make any sense at all. But we thought like, oh, this is cool. It's like a like a spy thing. Like, oh, Mike is gonna recruit Evan to be a Nazi and kill me. Like, what? So we filmed that, and we did that. And part of that video was to we would splice that scene with footage from Schindler's List. And what was the movie with Robin Williams? Jacob the Liar. So we took footage from that, and we kept splicing in like our storyline. And I don't understand what the point was. Like, what was the like? It didn't. That never happened. No Jews were ever like being recruited by Nazis. But we decided like, yeah, hey, well, what if Evan like was the bad guy? It was like we had like the Star of David. We had the coats and everything. Like, we had costumes. And for some reason, Mike, I remember, was like, you know what you got to do. You got to shoot him. You got to kill him. And Evan was like, no, I cannot do it. He's my friend. He's like, you have to do it. And he like gave him the gun. like talking about it is just wild. And we sang a song with it. We had Adam's song by Blink 182. We changed the lyrics, and it was awful. And all I remember from it, thank God, is the beginning, which went doody doo 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 doody doo. The Holocaust was so bad. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It is funny though. It was really, really bad. And I don't know, I get like everyone I remember like we played the video and I think we played it in two classes. We got to play it in the computer lab and then in our history class. And God bless the teachers, man, for you to not laugh at that because it was really terrible. Like we changed all the words to like Holocaust stuff and we couldn't sing, we're kids, and we used that song and it was before like, we knew what we were doing like technology wise. So we sang loudly over the actual song so you could still hear Blink 182's lyrics like just behind us, but we were trying to be louder than them. So we were like kind of yelling at them and just a bad time. So maybe it's best that I didn't go that route and become a film director. Speaking of Steven Spielberg, though, I invited him. I invited him to my bar mitzvah when I was 13. I wrote him a letter. I don't know how I got his address, but I think I just like sent it to his company and hoped that he got it. But I sent him like a 5-page letter, and I was like, "Mr. Spielberg, I'm gonna be the next you, and I would love if you would come to my come to my bar mitzvah. It would mean so much to know that my hero is there." And I was just like, I just gassed myself up that I was gonna be somebody, and was like, "Yeah, it'll be so cool knowing that you're in the crowd and you can see that I'm the next you." Like, okay, but I sent him I sent him a letter, and like 3 weeks later, I got my dad had me come into his room. He's like, "Come here, come here, come here." It's like, "What?" And this was back in the day when answering machines had the little tape, and he played this tape for me, and it was this woman, and she was like, "Hey, this is Beth, whatever. I'm Steven Spielberg's assistant, and I just wanted to let you know he got your letter and he really appreciated it, but he can't make it. He can't make it to your bar mitzvah. Good luck and hope to see you in the movies." Like it was really awesome. Like I was freaking out, and I hope that I'm sure that tape is somewhere, but it was really awesome, and I know it was legit because I didn't tell anyone that I was writing that letter. That was really cool of him. I remember I was like, "Yeah, you can if you show up, just make sure that you stand in the back so like no one will see you. And I'll see you though. I'll know you're there." Maybe he was there. He probably wasn't. What was he doing that year? 1999. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Gonna be hopefully I can do this. I think I know I can do this. It's just gonna be a lot of work, a lot of being a little uncomfortable because I essentially have to like interview myself. Like I have to tell this whole story, and There's a lot to it. I'm trying to think of the other movies that I did like. I did acting. I did acting. I acted in a couple of friends' movies when I was like in my 20s, which that was a lot of fun. Oh my god, that was so much fun. I know we'll talk about that next week because I wanted to. I was just thinking I would show the video on YouTube, but we're gonna drag this episode on, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, that was it. I was really excited about this, and in a year from now, God, time goes so fast. Like this is just, I'm gonna blink and it's gonna be here, and I'm gonna be, hey, what's up? It's me again. The battery died. Yeah. So in a year from now, hopefully I've beaten this thing and nothing happened. I didn't break my ankles again, and that'll be that. And then I'll never run again. I'm just kidding. I probably will. So that's it. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, regular people who aren't patrons but are just as special and wonderful and good. Um, we're going to do, I think next week is the 40th episode. Or maybe this week is. Is this the 40th? If it's the 40th, oh, yay, oh, hey, happy 40th. If it's the 39th, meh. We appreciate all the support, as usual. Mr. Stu, is there anything you'd like to add? What did we get on it? I assume we probably got a good grade because we put a lot of effort into it. As far as the content, it would probably have been like a fat F, but I'm pretty sure we probably got an A. Yeah. This weekend is Labor Day weekend, so please relax. Don't do anything. If you do something, be safe, be responsible. I don't know if Labor Day weekend is like a drinking holiday. People drink for any holiday, so if you're drinking, don't drive. If you are driving anywhere, don't be out super late because said people will be drinking and driving probably. So just be safe. I think you should just relax though, because like that's the point of Labor Day weekend. If you go anywhere, you go shopping, you use a shopping cart. Put it back in the cart, return. Okay, and we will see you next week.